Picture this: a mother watching her child's first steps through a shaky video call, a husband and wife separated by thousands of miles, forced to keep their marriage alive through phone screens, or international students attending graduation ceremonies without their parents or partners in the audience. This is not fiction. It is the painful reality faced by countless migrants in the United Kingdom today. In 2025, the UK government introduced one of its most controversial immigration measures, the dependent visa ban. A decision that has altered the lives of international students, skilled professionals, and ordinary families who once dreamed of building a better future in Britain together. This documentary will take you inside the story of this ban, what it means, why it was introduced, the political battles surrounding it, and, most importantly, how it affects families of migrants. From students paying tens of thousands in tuition fees, to healthcare workers who kept the UK alive during the pandemic, this is more than just a policy change, it is a human story. Background: what is the dependent visa ban? The dependent visa has long been a cornerstone of UK immigration. It allowed the spouse, children, or close dependents of a primary migrant, whether a student, skilled worker, or professional, to join them in the UK. For international students, dependents provided emotional balance. Having a spouse or children nearby reduced loneliness, improved academic performance, and made the UK a more attractive destination for higher education. For skilled workers, particularly in critical sectors like healthcare, IT, and engineering, the dependent visa was a guarantee that they could contribute to the UK economy without the devastating sacrifice of being separated from loved ones. But in January 2025, the UK government announced a new policy package aimed at reducing net migration numbers. At the heart of this package was the dependent visa restriction, what many migrants now call the dependent ban. The new rules include international students on postgraduate taught courses, such as one-year master's programs, are no longer permitted to bring dependents, unless they are enrolled in research-based degrees such as PhDs. Skilled workers face new salary thresholds, unless they earn above a set income level, increased from around £26,000 to more than £30,000, they cannot bring dependents. Financial proof requirements have been tightened. Migrants must now show higher bank balances to prove they can support dependents, often an impossible hurdle for students already paying high tuition. The government claims this move is necessary to reduce pressure on housing, healthcare, and public services. But for migrants, the impact is devastating. Broken families, lost opportunities, and uncertain futures. The dependent ban is not just a policy, it's a turning point in the UK's immigration story. Dependent visa changes explained. To truly understand the impact, we need to break down the changes in detail. 1. International students. Previously, international students studying at postgraduate levels were allowed to bring dependents. This included spouses and children, who could live in the UK legally and, in many cases, even work or study. From 2025 onwards, this privilege is largely abolished. Only those enrolled in PhD programs, government-sponsored scholarships, or very specific research areas can bring dependents. For the majority, especially one-year master's students, this option is gone. This change affects thousands of families every year. For example, an Indian or Nigerian student pursuing a one-year master's in business can no longer bring their spouse. That spouse must either remain behind, creating emotional strain, or the student must abandon their UK dreams altogether. 2. Skilled workers. For skilled workers, the rules have shifted around salary thresholds. The new policy sets the bar so high that many essential workers, such as nurses, carers, and entry-level IT staff, are effectively barred from sponsoring dependents. This is especially ironic because the UK actively recruits healthcare workers from abroad, yet prevents them from bringing their families. Imagine a nurse caring for British patients day and night, while her own children remain thousands of miles away. 3. Financial requirements. On top of this, the financial requirements for supporting dependents have increased dramatically. Migrants must now prove they can afford housing, food, and healthcare for dependents at a much higher benchmark than before. For students already paying tuition fees of £15,000 to £25,000 per year, this is often impossible. 4. Timeline and enforcement. The ban was announced in late 2024, with full enforcement beginning in 2025. Many migrants who had already applied or planned to bring their dependents suddenly found themselves blocked. Stories emerged of students arriving in the UK only to be told their spouses could not join them as originally expected. In short, the dependent visa, once a bridge to family unity, has now become a wall of separation. Politics behind the decision. Why did the UK government take this drastic step? 1. Reducing net migration. The UK has faced record levels of net migration in recent years, with numbers crossing 600,000 annually. Political pressure, especially from conservative factions, demanded urgent action. Cutting dependents was seen as an easy way to slash numbers without directly stopping skilled worker recruitment. 2. Housing and healthcare pressure. The government argues that dependents put pressure on housing markets, schools, and the National Health Service, NHS. By limiting dependents, they claim, the strain will be reduced. However, critics point out that dependents also contribute to the economy, paying rent, working part-time jobs, and spending money locally. 3. Public opinion and politics. Immigration is one of the UK's most debated issues. With elections looming, politicians framed the dependent ban as a way to show they are in control of borders. For many, this is less about economics and more about winning votes. 4. Contradictions. The policy reveals contradictions. While the UK desperately needs international students, who bring billions in tuition, and skilled workers, especially in healthcare, it simultaneously discourages them by preventing family unity. In the words of one analyst, this is a short-term political win, but a long-term economic loss. Impact on international students. The dependent ban hits international students the hardest. Financial sacrifice. Students pay enormous fees, often 3 to 4 times higher than domestic students. Many justify this cost because they can bring dependents and build a temporary family life in the UK. With the ban, many are rethinking whether the UK is worth it. Emotional toll. Studying abroad is stressful enough. Doing it without a partner or children creates loneliness, depression, and mental health challenges. Universities report rising concerns among students separated from families. Drop in applications. Universities in the UK already fear losing global talent to competitors like Canada or Australia, both of which offer more generous dependent policies. Early signs in 2025 show a decline in applications from countries like Nigeria, India, and Pakistan. The bigger picture: if fewer international students choose the UK, universities lose billions in revenue, and the UK loses cultural and academic influence. Impact on skilled workers and families. Skilled workers also face huge challenges. Healthcare workers, nurses, and carers recruited from abroad are now left without the option of bringing families unless they earn higher wages. Many say this is unsustainable. We take care of British families, but we can't live with our own. Talent drain. Workers in IT, finance, and engineering may choose Canada, Australia, or even the EU, where dependent policies are more flexible. The UK risks losing global talent. Family separation. The human cost is heartbreaking. Children growing up without one parent. Marriages under strain. Migrants sending money abroad but missing milestones like birthdays and graduations. Economic irony. Dependents are not just burdens. Many work, pay taxes, and contribute. By blocking them, the UK may actually reduce its labour supply in the long run. Reactions from universities, employers, and communities. The backlash has been significant. Universities warn that international applications are falling. Some fear financial crises if the trend continues. Employers in healthcare and tech warn they cannot fill skill shortages without offering family support. Human rights groups call the policy discriminatory, arguing that family life is a fundamental right. Migrant communities protest across the UK, with rallies in London, Manchester, and Birmingham. Despite this, the government insists the ban is necessary. Long-term consequences. Plus conclusion 1. Long-term consequences. Brain drain. Skilled workers will leave for friendlier countries. University crisis. Billions lost in tuition fees. Reputation damage. The UK may lose its status as a global hub for education and work. Broken families. emotional scars for thousands of migrants. The UK dependent ban of 2025 is more than a legal change. It is a human story of sacrifice, separation, and struggle. While the government sees it as a solution to migration pressures, for migrants, it is a painful chapter in their lives. The question remains, will Britain value numbers over people, or will it find a way to balance economic needs with human compassion? Only time will tell, but for now, families remain divided, and dreams remain uncertain. Hey friends! Electric light bulb, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, thumbs up sign, subscribe bell to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest updates. Your support really helps us grow and bring you even more valuable content.